a size calculator? Let's have that microchip. We need more brain power. More brain power. We need more brain power. We need more brain power. More brain power. We need more brain power. So have it. My computer randomly combined every program available. It was 1,000,000 to 1 shot, but the result was this. A program that will make me 1,000 times smarter. I'll be the greatest genius who ever lived. A program that will make me 1,000 times smarter. I'll be 1,000 times smarter. So have it. We need more brain power. More brain power. We need more brain power. We need more brain power. More brain power. We need more brain power. We need more brain power. More brain power. We need more brain power. Eureka! Now I am the true egghead. True egghead. Security alert, Dr. Robotnik.
Hey, my virus cracked the system. What a humongous program. Hey, my virus cracked the system. What a humongous program.
And when I'm 1,000 times smarter, 1,000 times smarter than I am right now, maybe, just maybe, I'll figure out some use for you.
Fuck, ow. Hello, children, before you go to talk, do not eat popcorn. Final Fantasy Day, we're probably going to be wrapping up Cloud's story today, which I am looking forward to. Because also that means we might be starting Yuffie today or next week, which I'm looking forward to that as well. And, yeah. We're going to see how this goes. I'm gonna get the boys in a moment, or boy, I don't know how many are gonna be here. Alright, well, okay, we can stop looping that. Okay, we can stop it. Get the actual game audio in here. Take off the shit post for a moment. Unless, no, hell, hold up. No. Alright. Let me call Dr. Train Station. Hello.
There we go.
How's it going?
It's alright, yourself?
I'm doing alright. About ready to get back into chasing a robot in a motorcycle.
Well... At least it is the final Final Fantasy now.
Well, not really, because there's still Yuffie after this stuff.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
Speaking of that, though, I've noticed a loud screaming from people who are swearing that we're having a drought on a new Final Fantasy game.
I mean... Didn't they announce like a Tactics remake, like...
Well, then no, they mean a new one. It has to be like a brand new one. But like 16, well, so 16 came out first on PS4 2 years ago, then on PC last year, and now it just got on Xbox, like, 2 months ago.
But also, like, wasn't there what was the gap between 15 and 16?
That's a good question. I don't remember. Like,
Check.
are y'all already that bored of 16? Because they're mad about the last part of the remake still being in development. And like, 7's taking over everything.
So 15 came out in 2016, and 16 came out in 2023. So it's a
That's also
9-year gap.
Well, I mean, that is an issue with like development cycles being crazy high because of production value. Like the reason why after the first one of these, the second part came out quicker is because they had the assets now, like Cloud and Tifa and all their models are in. In fact, one of the reasons Part 3 will probably be quicker is because they can still use even more of the assets.
Very likely.
Because we're probably going to see like a big announcement for it during the Tokyo show.
Possible, but I also am not entirely sure. But anyway, point is, like, 16 came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's not that long, guys. It just came out.
And like I said, you're talking like a 9-year gap between 15 and 16. Like,
yeah.
I know we've not really been in the position of like a main title Final Fantasy game every year since FF7 and 8.
And that was literally because production costs were much lower, and 8 also had the benefit of being built off of Square just made a fuckload of money off of this game in its merch. That was another thing too. They were trying to like weirdly be like underplay 7's importance, or they're like, it wasn't even the highest selling game of the PS1 that year. It's like, yeah, it was number 2, not year. That cycle. It's like, no, you're right. It was number 2. And for Square at the time, that was insane because they weren't cracking top 20 before that. Like, it made so much money that they then fucking started working on technology for like Spirits Within and shit. Which at the time was insane. The movie sucks, but like the tech behind it was crazy at the time.
You'd have to genuinely be insane to try and argue that 7 doesn't have like an insane impact.
Yeah,
on
like literally bonkers.
Not even just like the company, but like the gaming landscape.
Yeah, RPGs even. Western RPGs even.
Well, like I said, it's not.
Because we talked about this before.
Yeah.
I'm like, kids these days really do not respect video game, like, development and history, I swear to God.
Oh, they do. They do to the extent, but the problem is it's a matter of, like, selling the narrative that you want.
Because, what was it? So, you know how, like, for the indie scene, Toho's pretty fucking big, like, its influence?
Yeah.
There was, like, a thing going around. Now, I think, like, the thing where people do, like, the big 3 of X is stupid. Because that's incredibly hard to quantify most of the time and very dumb and useless. Anyway, there was a post where they had Toho up there, and a bunch of, like, Zoomers and younger were confused as to why Toho was there, despite the fact that it was right next to Undertale, which it had a huge influence on. Hell, the one song in that game literally used the same sound font as Toho. On purpose!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta block this thing.
Like I said, it's all about it's kind of the same across like multiple different multiple forms of media. Is that people always want like the one that they have like the stronger connection to be like the origin of everything, to be like the the good one. It's kind of like how this isn't going to turn into like a Gurren Lagann rant. I've just had Max on the brain recently for obvious reasons. But it's kind of like how a lot of the traits that people really like about Gurren Lagann are lifted like straight from Getter.
Yeah. Hell, actually,
because that's the whole point of Gurren Lagann is it's a reference to or celebration of like past mecha series and franchises, but predominantly like Getter.
Yeah. Like literally, it was just the guy's like, man, I really like the Getter 2. I wish the Getter 2 was the main robot.
And I mean, Spiral Energy is just Getter Rays. It's the same level of fantastical bullshit that doesn't really mean anything, but...
It's a repackaged Get a Raise. Get a Raise from
It's even
Temu.
green!
Yeah, it's even... You're right. Same fucking color. I wasn't even thinking of that.
But the whole point is that people will then like defend Gurren Lagann as like the pinnacle of mecha, when it's like that's not ever what it was meant to be. It was meant to be a
Celebration.
Celebration. You know, the kind of way that like River City Girls is a celebration to like past like side-scrolling those like
Yeah.
beat 'em up etc.
And
Like that's the intention behind it. But people who grew up on it or
like people who like knew the Scott Pilgrim one and nothing else are like, oh, this is inspired from the Scott Pilgrim game. No, this is part of a series that inspired that Scott Pilgrim game.
But yeah, so that's like always.
And then for some reason, like now more so, it seems like if like you tell them like that little bit of extra information rather than being like, oh, that's interesting, they get like weirdly hostile about it. It's kind of like funny enough, like you how like if you bring up like the American game crash and you're like, hey, that was really only America. People get really upset about that for some reason, and it's like, what? The market's bigger than just America, especially at that time.
Yeah, that's just that's a cultural problem.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
I had
That's
people
not just
yell
like
at me for daring to say that.
How dare you imply countries that aren't America exist and manage to function?
Like, yeah, it's definitely important for like when you're talking about like American game development, and it also kind of shows why, especially like in the '90s and such, we were like why America's game development for console specifically, not so much PC, because PC is a whole other beast. Because that's the other thing too. They'll usually just focus on console. American console game development was really lagging behind for a long time, and didn't really start catching up until I think like PS1 era-ish, though it was inconsistent even then. And
honestly, I'd argue probably wasn't till Xbox Classic.
Honestly, you know, that's also fair. I was being nice because of Crash Bandicoot, I won't lie. I
Well,
was being biased.
Yeah, I mean, Crash Bandicoot and like Spyro exist. I'm not to say they're not great games that are iconic. What I think as like the overall thing that really pushed it though was the existence of Xbox, because
I mean, Halo specifically made, even though there were FPS console games before, it was the one that really was big. Go ahead, sorry, Andrews.
But yeah, honestly, I kind of think it was just having an American company that was a lot easier to sort of like work with directly. Because even though like Sega and Nintendo had like American branches, they're beholden to the Japanese branches, and they're like
Sonic 2 was developed was co-developed by their American branch, but that's like a whole other story. Oh shit, I thought I was gonna catch him like that. This last motorcycle guy just refuses to fucking die. There he goes. But yeah, it's weird that I've seen more and more. It seems like younger generations are like trying to do what they can to downplay like the importance of certain games. Or like, or certain developments, or like development and shit of like old shit. And it's actually funny enough was gonna be a top. I'm kind of glad I saw this because it's funny enough. That's not much a topic. How, in my opinion, because we talk about how like game companies make it difficult for game preservation to exist, and like a lot of game companies do not respect games as an art. But
yeah.
the unsung culprit is also gamers themselves.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them do not have the same level of respect at all for like games development, their history, the art form to it.
The Whisperers intervene, not to defend us.
Like that's why they'll be like, but I need to have the highest fidelity graphics.
It's because in a lot of ways they become slaves to the idea of just being a consumer. You know, games for a lot of people and movies and such just become effectively slop, and this is also, I think, why AI has been like so successful for like art and quote unquote.
Well, it's
art.
also instant gratification, which is considering the thing where people are screaming because they haven't had an announcement in what only like 3 years. Oh, like a lot of it is instant gratification.
Yeah, but what I mean is that because it then everything becomes content and more about like just the nature of consuming it versus like digesting it.
The difference between like someone who's like doing a checklist versus like watching or playing something and understanding what it actually is.
Yeah, like most people will want to watch their favorite streamers just play the game and react to it and go, "Oh my god, you guys, I didn't see that coming," instead of like people playing themselves or properly sort of digesting what things mean. Because it's kind of like, I guess an example is what we've talked about a lot, which is Final Fantasy X and the way that sort of like
some of that too, to be fair, was also us being younger, or like in my case being younger and not understanding certain themes because I was immature and like, young.
Yeah, but then and I appreciate, and that not saying that's also not a factor, because once again this is also talking about like younger generations. But I just think how many people play things that just completely go over their heads, or look at things that just be fairly blatant, and people are like, I didn't know this was about that. Or
I mean, look at all the people that do the things where they have Goku kill people in like oh yeah, Goku would kill that guy who's not bad. And I'm like, no, Goku rarely kills even bad people. He would not.
Yeah, Goku is famously bad at killing people.
Yeah.
Infamous about it, actually.
To where it even annoys like people in his own universe sometimes.
To the point where it's like an active fucking detriment to him and his own friends and family. They sell Sensubine.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's also just like people.
Which is, I bring up Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball is funny, because Dragon Ball is the simplest shit. It's so simple.
But I also put that down to like the way in which like people just sort of interact with like characters to the extent of like, I mean, one of the sort of other funny parallels that Goku now has to Superman is the way in which people willfully misinterpret the character and their actions.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Superman is boring. Blah blah blah. Never loses. Has too many powers. The usual shit you hear from people who don't know. And Goku is like boiled down to haha bad dad.
When he's a far more complicated, weirdly complicated in that regard when it comes to as a parental figure. Like, strangely, when you think about it.
I mean,
it's just more of
it's
like,
also just
for example, we could go to the Sensubine thing. We can also then go to, like, as soon as he learns what's going on, he's like, oh, fuck, I fucked up, and then he tries to correct it, only for, Cell to be like, no, I want this now.
You did this. I mean, no one ever said Goku was smart.
No, he's not smart. He's smart when it comes to fighting. Like, and he can understand, and he's gotten better with understanding people, but overall, with that case, he was kind of projecting himself onto Gohan, and that was what was going on there. Because he was like, yeah, when I was a kid, I would love this, so Gohan would like this, right? Just not understanding that his son was built different, quite literally. And honestly, Goku is completely okay with Gohan just being like, yeah, I want to not do this, I want to do, like, educational work shit, and he's like completely supportive of that.
Yeah, good thing he's got the backup son.
And the backup son's doing even less in terms of he's sort of fighting, but he's doing less.
Oh, I meant Broly.
Oh, you're right. The backup
Broly's
son,
the backup.
who's actually probably older than him.
About the same age, I think.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact, apparently when they were in development originally, Vegeta was going to be younger than Goku. This is why, like, a lot of early art of Vegeta looks pretty young.
Oh, it's just because he was small.
I mean, he was also small. But that was the thing that
Sure.
Toriyama likes doing.
Well, Toriyama's
make-
like favorite thing is always like, what if the big bad was like
The
scenery,
reverse
not
of
setting?
the big guy being the strongest one.
Yeah, so it's like how Freezer is like the.
He liked doing the inverse
imposing
of David and
big-
Goliath.
Or like, you know, Vegeta and Nappa. Like it's something he definitely like fell back on a lot with Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, 17 and 18 are, you know, quite. I mean, well, look at every single android before Cell. You know, 19's a fucking clown.
Yeah.
20's an old man. 17 and 18 are well, not children, but
They're like young
children
adults,
but they're designed to be like yeah,
delinquents.
Like, you wouldn't say like, oh yeah, these are the two who are going to destroy the entire world and kill everyone.
Yeah. The only reason we think of them at is because there was genuinely scenes that made them fucking terrifying, especially in History of Trunks.
Yeah, which he also had like only a little bit of connection with. Well,
Yeah.
to put on.
I mean, the same with the original
and-
Bardock movie. No, he
I mean,
loved the
hell,
original
look at-
Bardock movie.
So much so he made it non-canon.
Yeah.
Also, we could have a version of Bardock that. Yeah, it's
I don't
fine,
think
I guess.
he's okay, just not as interesting to me.
He doesn't really do anything. The big thing
Yeah.
is he's the only Saiyan who's like, wait a second, Frieza's a bad guy. You know, I don't like this. I think this is all about to go go south.
Show me what you can do.
What are you gonna do about it? Well, I'm gonna send Kakarot off, I guess, and then if everything goes okay, we'll go off and meet him. And if it doesn't, let's not think about that.
Oh, I'm dead. I hope there's checkpoints in this fight, because Jesus Christ, this takes a long time to fight. Retry from last battle. Are there checkpoints? Yes, thank God. Yeah, I don't really like fighting this robot, to be honest.
Let's pick up the pace. And move safe.
Well, at least you only have to do it the one time. One time for the one time?
Because, like, breaking his tires in order to do damage to him is just kind of tedious.
Yeah, it's a very long fight, but, you know, it is the end of the game. Plus, it's like... It's one of these things where the motorcycle chase sequence is so iconic, I can see why they, wanted to go all out, as it were.
Like, I could, break the tires faster with the spinning blade, but you get so much more damage using the projectile after you break the tires on him, like real damage, that it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Keep up the pressure, okay? You're kinda in a hurry.
Whenever he turns the fucker around so I can't hit his tire, I want to fucking scream. There we go.
Show me what you can do.
But,
It's on you.
where were we before I got mad at this man? Oh yeah, the like, characterization, understanding, yeah. But yeah, it's something I've noticed seems to be a little bit more common, or maybe it's just because I'm old, I'm noticing it more. I don't know.
Love
Kids these
column A and
days.
B. I mean, I wish
I
it
think-
was just kids.
Yeah, there are, people around our age that are like that too, about this stuff.
Yeah, it's usually the same sort of groups of people who are like, well, I mean, YouTubers, I guess, is probably the obvious examples.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's, I guess, sort of the example I've been thinking of is like Snyder fans being ass mad that Superman 2025 did well.
Who's ass mad about it? Oh, Snyder fans, yeah, they've been
Yeah.
ass mad about that for a while.
Yeah.
I think what's been fun about that is watching them make like weird like goalpost shifts to try and say that it failed for some reason. It's pretty funny. It's like it did well, guys. It's okay. It did well.
Just accept it. You lost.
It's Snyderverse is over. You had way more time than you should have had with that universe, realistically.
I mean, frankly, it's embarrassing that we got the Flash and Black Adam.
Yeah.
I did like
Black Adam was hilarious because that was like The Rock's attempt to take over that the movie stuff.
I mean, one of the things I like is The Rock's doing like a new movie where he's doing a biopic of a UFC fighter, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I felt pigeonholed about doing all these action roles." And I'm like, "What do you mean pigeonholed? It's your fucking production company that you own and can dictate what they do, telling people here is the list of things that our star can and will and will not do."
And I also
will not ever lose a fight.
I will not job.
Yeah, he will never lose a fight. Imagine that.
Say what you will about meanwhile you get John Cena and Batista who are like, yeah, you can beat the shit out of me, it's fine.
Yeah, they seem like cool guys in the sense that anyone who's like,
Like, I didn't really care about them as wrestlers, but I actually think they're pretty good actors.
I mean, I guess I have a bit more respect for Batista, but my disrespect for John Cena is more for his other
That's fair.
qualities than his acting.
I mean, Batista was did a role in Glass Onion, which was like a mystery movie. He's one of the people. He actually is one of the people who fucking dies. Where he essentially plays like this kind of like asshole bodybuilder guy who lives in his mom's basement. But he did a good job with it. It was fun. But yeah, no, Batista's a really good actor, I think. Like, funny enough, he does want to do other things other than just be the dumb muscle guy. I know he's another one once, but also I believe him.
Yeah, I believe he's pigeonholed. I don't believe that
the man who owns the production company is.
Yeah, who owns a production company that pushes for all of these movie roles and then tells people, no, here's what you can have. Oh, neat, I think the Time Stranger demo's live.
Oh, nice. I did hear it was going to live. Oh, that's what we're supposed to celebrate today. Time Stranger release. We're supposed to remember.
No,
okay,
it's not.
okay.
No, it's not out till the end of October, till the beginning of October. So.
Still, there's so many RPGs dropping at this moment because there's the there's a remastered remake for me, with fucking Trails in the Sky and Exilia, and then there's that. I still need to go back and play Metaphor because I have that installed because I finished the big games, but I've been kind of in the mood just to play small stuff lately, so I've been playing through the old Mega Man X games recently. I just finished X1 and 2, which 2 I've never beaten before, and God, it's an asshole until I knew how to cheese certain things in the game. One of the bosses has you fighting him over a spike pit with tiny little platforms that you can only be shot with a small window. It's a lot. And that's with me with a fully upgraded armor and with fully upgraded armor, all 4 of the sub-tanks. I did also get the Shoryuken attack, which was hilarious because it made the one boss a joke. Because he's positioned perfectly for you as soon as the fight starts to Shoryuken and kill him. Speaking of killing, the robot's dead.
Nice.
But I will say Sigma in 1 and the final boss of Sigma is very hard, and the Sigma fight in 2 not even half as difficult.
Probably one of those things where after the first release they toned it down.
Well, yes and no, because the Sigma stages are harder because there's a lot more insta-kill spike shenanigans. To where I'm like, yeah, if I didn't have the full armor set here to bypass stuff, I would have struggled way more. The actual way you're supposed to get the Shoryuken upgrade is a nightmare to get through even with it. However, I learned a way you can cheese it and bypass that entire obstacle course. And just did that instead.
Fair enough.
But the things that are harder, so easier things, the Mavericks are all easier to fight with just the Buster in 2 versus 1. The levels are kind of a little bit easier, I think, in 1 than 2. But, like, the bosses are significantly... some of the bosses are, like, more, like, strange in 1, where, like, Chill Penguin is a gag, and, I'm trying to remember his name. The big ape one, who's weak to ice, is kind of a joke if you have the ice. Because you can just, like, stun lock kill him.
Hey, if it works.
So, and, like, a lot of the bosses are, like, kind of a joke if you have the weaknesses, but, like, they're a lot harder to just Mega Buster. But they're both good games, even if, there's one, area specifically that annoyed me where you did, like, get a moving platform that changes direction when you jump on it. You had to thread the needle to get it up to go up to an area, and there's no way to cheese it. And that drove me up a wall, because I was stuck on that for a bit. Not dying, just trying to get it up there. And that, like, made me lose my mind. Actually, let me make a save real quick, since I just beat that robot. Because I don't wanna do that again if I don't have to. But we got out of our cars because Sephiroth was menacing me. He was looking at me menacingly.
Take it off. Take it off.
But yeah, that was pretty much just me shaking my fists at people not respecting video game history and the art form of it. Something, insert rant about Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta here.
Does anybody really care?
I was annoyed about it, but like,
it, but I'm
not. I'm not. I'm just gonna play the original. It's right there still. Actually, that's the one thing I would say. Like, despite this remake existing, which, I feel like it's still a different enough experience to warrant its existence. But also, the original is right there and can be easily purchased still and bought. In fact, one thing I'll say about Square is Square is actually pretty good with not going after fan preservation. In fact, that's the reason why we got Final Fantasy VIII re-released, and also why Tactics Remake is happening. They apparently contacted the fan community to get shit.
I'll say this.
And I think that's great.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, Konami didn't delist like old like the
oh yeah, you
original
can get it still.
MGS3,
Yeah, you can still get it.
which I feel like a lot of other companies would have 100% like delisted it as soon as they could. So
yeah,
you could only play it through Delta.
This is the only version you can have. I mean, Sega literally did that with the old Sonic games. You can't buy the Genesis Collection version anymore.
Yeah, and that's
even though I may prefer the Origins version of it, but like the fact that doesn't exist anymore bothers me. Like, yeah, I have it because I bought it already, but the fact that other people can't buy it sucks. Doesn't matter if it's my preferred version or not. I want games to be preserved.
I mean, I think like the thing that comes to mind for me is also like Rockstar and their infamous GTA Definitive Edition shit.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, it still doesn't look great.
And they took down the old releases that were just better.
Yeah, therein lies like the big problem is that. Hey, is this Zach person?
We drag our asses all this way.
But yeah, it's
This is the welcome we get.
like hell, like even though like again like with the DMC3, even like I prefer director's cut, but I think you know the original should be available for people to be able to get. Because, you know, like I said, I do, unlike a lot of people, I do respect the art form of it. Because, like, I can get any version of a movie I so choose, easily.
Unless it's the original release versions of Star Wars.
Yeah, except for Star Wars, because of Lucas.
Then you're shit out of luck.
Because of Lucas.
I'm surprised Disney haven't just fucking released them.
They should,
dude.
Honestly, that would be an easy way to get money. Just be like, hey, original cut of Star Wars.
Whatever happens.
And you think people wouldn't immediately start buying that, like a bunch of psychopaths?
As a soldier. Come and get it!
Also, the ghosts are getting spooky right now. Sephiroth, don't cut the ghosts. They hate it when you do that.
It's a spooky ghost.
I can't believe he put ghost touch on his blade.
Other than that, I've mostly still just been playing Super Robot Wars Y.
Like I said, I've been kind of slowly playing it because I don't know if I will replay it when the DLC comes out, so I'm kind of like slowly, because I know the DLC comes out like shortly, like they're not like long waits for those. But I know like I know it only gets better as it goes along. Apparently, like it's pretty good later on in the game too, and I already like where I am at it, which is still very early. But, Alright, Aerith, what are you about to do? But yeah, like I said, like I was saying, preservation is very important. Square, honestly, pretty good with preservation. Sega, do better, please. You were pretty good with it before. Why? Also, you delisted the entire Genesis Collection thing, and you still haven't even put anything else up to replace it. Which is really stupid. I'm genuinely baffled as to why you did that, considering you haven't put anything else up. Because at first I assumed, oh, they're going to be releasing a new thing this year or something. Nope.
Boundless, terrifying freedom.
Wow.
Like a great, never-ending sky.
So what was the last thing you did in Y, out of curiosity?
I haven't played since the last time we talked, so like when we were talking before, where I was like still like where I'm basically I'm in the same spot I was in last time we asked me where I was, so I'm still like early because I got that bug to start replaying the old Mega Man X games, and some of those take me a bit because I'm also like doing 100% trying to gather everything. Which, you know, extends the playtime by a considerable amount, because you gotta go back to stages sometimes to get with items in order to get stuff.
All these moments and memories, precious and fleeting. Like
and also those games have no problem with punching you off a ledge and watching you scream to your death.
When they're gone, he won't cry or shout.
This isn't a complaint, it's just like they don't give a fuck. There's something it's hard to explain when a lot of games, like modern games, try to emulate that feel or that quote-unquote difficulty. They never quite feel right, where this feels right, and I can't really figure out why.
There's no greater threat to the
because like I don't really like other than like a couple like parts here, like that one area that really pissed me off, like one or two areas. I think it also helps too that a lot of times like, oh wait, hold on, for like that one boss I then learned I can use Giga Crush, blow up all his cannons, giving me an extra platform, so I have more room to work with and easier to dodge his attacks while also blasting him in the face. Even though it's still hard and still a bit annoying, I did it with only drinking one of my sub tanks of 4 versus drinking all 4 and still eating shit and dying.
I guess.
Well, maybe you just actually maybe you're just better at the game now.
That's why I hesitated.
Yeah. But like something about that doesn't piss me off, where like when I try a FromSoft game, I'm like, where's Miyazaki's house so I can put dog poop on his lawn?
You said it yourself.
Hmm.
He has to be stopped.
Uh.
And frankly, I've heard enough.
I think a lot of it does feel like things in the FromSoft Souls games feel inconsistent. I don't know. Where like I do the same thing over and over again in these games, it feels the same. It doesn't feel like it does anything wacky to me.
I don't feel like I've ever had the problems of like the Elden Ring, like you play actions feeling inconsistent. The only thing I have felt obviously is where the bosses are designed specifically to trip you up in that.
It's not even the bosses. It's just even like the set pieces in the dungeons and shit.
Because I mean, like there are definitely like bosses in in Elden Ring, specifically. There's other ones too where they have like multiple different they have multiple different like attack patterns that might all start off similar but have like ever so slightly different timings, precisely so you can get caught off guard by
Ready?
Like you might think, oh yeah, I know this one. This is like a 3-hit combo, and then oh surprise, it's a 2-hit combo, but it's delayed to catch the intention to specifically catch your
they
roll.
do have several like weird like follow-ups where it's like, am I fighting a person or is this a robot? What is going on here? It feels like I'm fighting someone in a fighting game, except for where in a fighting game when you're playing as a player you can figure out a person's patterns. These just don't really feel like they have a real pattern to them. Because you're dealing with a robot who just seems to kind of randomly decide, and it's annoying.
I don't know about it. Doesn't. I can understand that, but
where like say like the boss that was tripping me up that I was talking about. So one of the projectiles he shoots is they're both the same like green ball that then splits off into 4 shots, but it's always cross-shaped small projectiles, X-shaped small projectiles, cross-shaped X, cross X, cross X.
First time I spit in Destiny's Eye.
And then occasionally he shoots like a straight projectile at you,
Doesn't
while also shooting those.
always trying to have it her way.
no, it might be straight around these parts, Dan.
Daddy's coming
Man,
soon.
Barrett, why are you so fucking cool?
Because he's the coolest.
He really is cool, the coolest. Like, man, he's so fucking cool.
Now we just need Barrett and Shadow the Hedgehog to hang out. You know they'd get on.
Oh, they would. Shadow, like, takes one look at his daughter and goes, I've only known her for 2 seconds, and if anything happens to her, I'll kill everyone in the room and then myself.
Yeah, I could see Shadow doing that. Definitely the killing everybody in this room part.
Don't know about you, but looks normal.
But yeah, no. When I was a kid, my favorite 2 characters in this game were Barrett and Yuffie.
Over there.
I mean, yeah,
Probably still my 2 favorite, but I want to see what they do with Yuffie in this because I haven't seen, because I know they expand on her in this remake. So, I mean, I also like Vincent because I mean, moody vampire man with a gun, and that's just cool. I mean, they're all cool. Let's be real. They're all of these characters are cool, except for K-Sith. Fuck him.
But he's become cool now.
I will take your word for it because I haven't played Rebirth yet. Which I do want to play. That's the other thing too, is I want to fucking play Rebirth as well. Too many RPGs, man. Too many RPGs for me. I don't have the time.
I guess that's the other thing. In the bizarre twist of fate, Silksong actually came out.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that coming.
You know, actually, it was funny when that dropped last week before stream. I was getting things set up, like just kind of poking stick, making sure everything was good, and like Steam was like shitting the bed because so many people were fucking buying and downloading it. Also, it helps too that apparently it's only $20, which that's honestly, like again, like while I might not be a Hollow Knight guy, that's a steal for that game.
Yeah.
I don't have to particularly like something to understand why that's a good value. We're like, holy shit. And especially for the people who've been waiting for it for so long, which I actually understand their wait, because it was about the same amount of time I was waiting for Freedom Planet 2, where it was like announced and then I had to wait another like 7 years after its announcement got released. So I get that.
All been there.
But like, and with it being an indie too, like it makes sense why it's gonna take a long time. And again, like I don't mind waiting longer for games. I don't go crazy where it's like I haven't heard news for a new game in 3 months, in a whole year. We're a drought. Yeah, raw. Monster Hunter fans, how you doing?
Obviously not well. They've not had the announcement of a new game yet.
Where's my new game? Where's my new game? I'm dying Squirtle! Not a new game, but there was a copyright filing for Mega Man and Bass, so we're probably gonna get another collection pack, which I would like a new game, but it is nice to keep getting these restored for modern hardware and convenience.
Yeah, they
So
get something.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like, I'll probably buy that, whatever pack that's part of, because I wouldn't mind that. And it'll probably be a pack of, like, miscellaneous games. Maybe if we're lucky, Legends 1 and 2, probably not. You know the fucked up part is I said I'd do smaller games, but if Capcom was a psychopath and said, we're gonna do it and it's gonna have Legends 1 and 2, I'm gonna be like, well, so much for the smaller games. Fucking jump into Legends immediately. I want to do Legends next year, but that would make me fucking be stupid enough to do it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, go sooner than I wanted to, like I did with Kingdom Hearts, because someone said that something's so astronomically stupid that I was like, let me test their theory. Are the problems I have with 3 and 2? No.
Well,
Wouldn't go that far.
who knows?
2 is still a good-ass game. I love Barry and Cloud's banter. I love these two.
Fight than the others.
We can beat them.
Happy to see me. Wouldn't go that far. Fucking love them.
Oh, Barrett. It's a shame that you died.
He got better.
You got better.
The ghost made him better.
Thanks, ghosts. I would never tell these ghosts to piss off.
Would you tell him to fuck off?
Yeah. Maybe. Man. Kind of funny that Bubble Hornets is back now. I'm like, man, what year is this?
Wait, what?
Oh, so, the guys behind Marble Hornets, I put out a new series that, at first I was like, oh, is this just like an original horror? Because that'd be neat. And then old Slenderman showed up. And I was like, ah, sad.
Slenderman in 2025?
Yeah. But I guess it's been enough time since those girls got murdered that, you know, we can do that again.
Possibly. I just never cared for Slenderman.
I think it was one of those things where it was a bit where I appreciated it more on like the level of the sort of creativity from the community and all the people who were doing like series or blogs or things like that. I think it's kind of one of those things where it's like, even though I could never really get into it, the SCP stuff, and I get why people love that as much as they did.
That's fair.
What I think causes problems is obviously like as things get more mainstream and you have a lot less like creativity, or a lot of people who aren't like being who weren't like involved from the grassroots are dipping out for whatever reason, and a lot of it I put down to people then just sort of like falling into the Five Nights at Freddy's slop fest. I'll say this: I've never played a Five Nights at Freddy's, and honestly,
I never will.
only barely. Yeah, I never will, and I've only barely watched someone play the first game, not even all the way through, just enough to get the general idea of, oh, is that the game? Okay. Yawn. So I'm completely wrong.
You don't like the horror game equivalent of just that fucking maze game from like the 2000s that would scream at you?
Yeah, I remember the screamers. So I admit I am like not at all the target demographic because I do not give two fucking shits about whatever dumb bullshit lore has been invented for this stupid fucking game or franchise. But what I can, so I'm not going to even say if I think the game is good or bad because obviously I've never played it and I have very minimal interactions. What I'm going to say is I fucking hate what it's done to like communities on YouTube, communities around like horror shit.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I always like a good scary story.
Yeah.
And,
William Afton!
Who's that?
I don't know, somebody in FNAF is important.
Oh. Good job, Billy, I guess.
Shrugs, I don't know. Anything else other than that, and they're a name from it, I don't know, dick.
No, I know the animatronic is called Freddy. And that's kind of the extent of my knowledge.
Well, there's also the chicken.
I guess part of the problem is I just don't find them. I don't find the concept, or at least in the way I've seen people talk about it, of like mascot horror, very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of boring to me. But then again, also
Well,
also I'm kind of bored of the take children thing, make it scary. Is kind of just been boring to me at this point.
Yeah, I think that sort of played out, but it's just the kind of whole sort of vibe because I don't know, like it just doesn't feel like the animatronics have character, and I feel like when you're doing like a horror franchise, and you know, since ostensibly the antagonists of a horror franchise are like, you know, the main characters.
Yeah.
And I kind of just need them to have like either an interesting design or an interesting character, because it's like, you know, Freddy Krueger like fucking not only carried that franchise on his back with Robert Englund's performance, but also like made an entire fucking movie studio function.
Yeah.
Off the back of just how entertaining that character was and the concept. Jason Voorhees, less so. No, when it comes to movies, everyone knows that Freddy.
Listen, if I'm going to watch, like a schlocky slasher flick, I would rather take the worst of the Freddy movies just because I would hear the stupid shit he would say out of his mouth.
Even the gay one.
Gay one?
Oh, so Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is like basically a movie about a guy struggling with being gay. It's not even like a joke because I think the director. It's not even like a joke or hyperbole or anything like that. I think the director himself has come out and said, "Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that was going through my mind when I did it because it's this."
Oh,
hey Saber. It's
yeah,
this vastly different movie from any of the others, even to the point where Freddy is like a much more like serious entity in that as well, even compared to the first one. So it's weird. And I think it probably is like hit a new audience now with like the revelations that, oh yeah, it's like a homosexual kind of coming out movie. Hey, Sepen.
fair.
Hey, I won't be on very long, so I got stuff to do.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
How are you?
Getting ready to go to DC on the weekend, so
Uh-oh.
for a family trip.
Well, I'm sure that will be fun.
Possibly. Right, we could all get arrested.
I was going to say, the National Guard's still there?
Yeah, they're still there.
Yeah.
They're there forever.
Probably. Or at least until 2028.
Oh, look at all the other look at Red 13 and his family.
Aww. Except his father. He hates fathers. Fathers are bad.
Moms are tough. Wait, wrong game.
Then she died. Ironic, isn't it?
You know, oddly enough, that's a game I recently like. You know what? I should give that another shot at some point. 13. Now that I'm a little older.
Well, I think I've always maintained that I'm not gonna say like
It has the problem. There is the problem that I know of, and it is there. Where a lot of it's like hidden behind lore sheets for like the early shit.
Like the data entries are like
Because of that weird thing where they moved it to do that because they wanted to focus on lightning because that one guy really had the hots for lightning.
I mean, lightning was always intended to be the protagonist, so that wasn't.
No,
like,
Vanille was.
Was he? Was she?
Yeah, yeah, she was.
Yeah. Should have been Snow.
Funny enough, you mentioned Snow, and most fans of that game, they fucking seem to hate him.
Yeah, I can't work it out why people don't like Snow. I always thought like Snow was one of the better characters.
No idea.
Like, he has like an actual arc. I don't know. Like for all of the characters, like I don't hate anyone in 13's like core cast, but I feel like of people who have actual arcs, Snow's like one of the only ones because, well, like Zaz's whole thing is he just wants to find his kid, and then he finds his kid, and it's like, okay, well,
I'm good now.
so, yeah, like, I mean, sort of. He then gets like turned into a crystal because these things happen, but otherwise it's like, it's a fine enough motivation, and I can like the character, but like, there's not like a growth or like an element of like I'm learning a lesson here. Whereas I feel like Snow did have that. Has to come to terms with.
Yeah, people hate that. They hate it when their characters are flawed and learn something. These days they seem to hate that actually.
Yeah, Hope probably has like one of the stronger overall like arcs, but then it's like kind of buried amongst all like a bunch of other stuff. So I can get why Hope would be more of like a character that's contentious. I think
More
Vanilla
importantly,
and
it's not fun to play.
No, I mean I disagree. I think the battle system is like the biggest draw of 13.
But the battle system was boring as hell.
Oh. Well, from my
That's why I
understanding,
never
most
got.
people like.
That's why I never got more than a couple hours in.
From my understanding, most people think of the ending that the battle system is one of the best things about that. I guess we'll see if Danbury plays it, who will break the stalemate.
I did not like the 13's battle system at the time, but again, that's also a thing I want to revisit, or a reason I want to revisit it too. Because different mindsets and shit at the time.
I think 13 is just sort of like a victim of like a number of different circumstances more than anything else. I think like overall the game is fine enough, like 7 out of 10 maybe. But it had like the thing going against it of yes, lots of data entries, which can turn people off. Yes, lots of and yes, like the whole haha, it's not no, it's not linear, or it is linear. Sorry, it's not non-linear for.
Yeah, at the time I ragged on that complaint because considering a lot of the Final Fantasy games are linear and don't open up until a certain point. Like it's fair to argue if you say like, hey, it should open up a little sooner. Like I think 10 should open up a little sooner. But I think just saying I think the most you can say if you want to be actually like smart about the issue with it, it's less that it's linear, it's more that it's not as good at hiding it because it's a lot of like actual hallways rather than it being hallways that are really hallways but they don't look like a hallway.
That's fair. And then I think one of the other sort of issues it has
because like when you're like in the kind of explain a little bit. So like in 10, you'll be in the woods. It's really a hallway, but it looks like you're in the woods. Where in 13, it's like that's a hallway, and that's all it is. So it doesn't hide it as well. So a lot of people noticed it more, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I think they're right. And I think it's not a great argument unless you're arguing that it should have opened up sooner, which then I can agree with possibly. But also it's been a long time and I didn't play that game all the way through or even get to that point in general. But
the point I've always argued about 13's linearity is at the very least it makes sense in context of the game story because like the whole point is that like oh yeah everyone is like hated and is basically on the run perpetually, so it makes more sense. It makes sense. Well, you can't just like go back to a town you were chased out of by the people and the military.
10 makes sense to a point, but I feel like you should be able to go back more.
I mean,
still.
they also just couldn't have written it that way.
They could have not, but then it wouldn't be 13. It'd be a different. Then it wouldn't be the Final Fantasy 13 game we're talking about. It'd be a completely different game.
It would probably be better.
I don't know. 15.
Have fun.
15 would have been better if they had just not done.
15 would be better if it was a different game. I agree.
No, 15 would have been better if like it wasn't constantly cock blocked by issues.
Issues of their own making. Like nobody put a gun to like Nomura's head and was like, yeah, you need to like design this fucking like trilogy of games that aren't really a trilogy of games that are all like only loosely connected. They all need to come out around the same time. and also they need to use a brand new engine, and also this is instead of doing Kingdom Hearts 3, and also fuck you. You've taken too long. We're taking this away from you.
I mean, that kind of is what they did.
Yeah, it's exactly what they did. But I'm just saying is that nobody said that they had to from the start, like, make this whole thing. Like, if they'd have just cancelled Versus 13 when it was obvious it was in a massive amount of developmental trouble, like 15 would have been a different game. But they didn't. They kept on going. We've committed too many resources to Versus 13, so now we have to try and make back our losses on this game that will never make back its losses. Like, 15 could have been the best game ever made, and I don't think it would have been able to, like, really break even. It would have been realistically been able to break even.
Yeah. Now with the cycle it went through.
Or like what felt was like nearly actually like a decade plus development. Like, pretty sure it was actually in development for like as long as Duke Nukem Forever, or close enough.
I mean, they could just not have to. They just could not have Hollywood-style budget and development cycles.
Yeah, but that's the point. Is that originally it wasn't supposed to, because it was originally Versus 13, but because like the team was small and they were fucking around with engines and mechanics that they weren't used to, like it ballooned out of proportion. And of course, like Nomura's one of their top talents for working on stuff. So whatever he's gummed up on this project that was, you know, his baby, they can't like get progress on other projects. And this was at a time when Square was like really having a problem of like releasing stuff. I mean, that's the only reason why like 13 got 2 sequels, is because they could make them quicker and cheaper, because they had all the because they could just reuse assets. Look, I think Core 13 is fine. I'll agree that like even though I think 2 has like a better gameplay flow, 2 is a worse game overall, and I never even bothered with the third one. Just didn't look interesting. I didn't like the idea of only having one playable character. Like, yeah, you only control one character in 13 original, but I don't know, it feels better to at least be able to switch between characters. That's another thing I'll give 13. It has maybe the coolest summons of any game, maybe bar 16.
I'm spiraling.
I'll do what I can. You're still doing okay, right?
Like, who doesn't love having a transformer as your summon?
Lend me your strength.
I never got that far.
Oh man.
Aerith is down again. I'm spiraling. This is probably gonna be a death.
To be fair, Aerith dying to Sephiroth off the skill.
No,
Yeah,
I'm fighting
Aerith
fucking Whisper Bahamut.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you died.
This is... Yeah, I just said that.
He's dead, Jim.
You should have tried harder.
I basically hit that death spiral thing where I couldn't... Oh god, I gotta go all the way back?
Uh-oh.
Ready?
Oh, this sucks!
Never tried to challenge destiny.
Yeah, you have to do it. You have to do it all from here.
Oh my god!
Every time you die, you'll go back to that point.
Oh, this is a pain in the ass.
Well, just don't die.
Maybe the game should stop being a penis. Because Jesus Christ, that just was rude. Like, Cloud died with that first big attack he did, and then it just kept spiraling after that.
Man, it is kind of funny though in Super Robot as well, and when you're doing like the Backcross Delta stuff, and you're like, oh man, these the aerial knights are so threatening, and I'm like, are they? I feel like any number of my guys can fucking one-shot these trumps.
I mean, they're threatening to the Macross guys, which is simply how it's supposed to be.
I mean, I technically use one. I used one of the Macross people because he's plane is fast, so I start repair and resupply on it. He's just running around giving the rest of the team like hot towels and drinks.
It's like when the bottoms guys come out and they're like, "Oh man, the red shoulders are so dangerous," even though Getter could just like step on them.
I mean, one of my favorite things in T was you got the Gunbuster, and the next map is Haman starting her bullshit, and it's like, really? I mean, Noriko could literally take out the entire Zeon Navy by herself.
Yeah, but
Just
you
one
talked about
homing
that, like-
laser, and then she'd be back for lunch.
Also, I do like how Wire's written some characters to the point where I almost like Chin. Because this is a Shin who is Domon's apprentice.
Yeah, this is a post destination.
Yeah, this is a Shin who has basically been trained by Domon and fears that, and is not at all grateful of that fact. Because Domon is scary.
Yeah, they're just setting it up for when Seed Freedom shows up, and Shin is now like, I like everybody.
Yeah.
We are all friends.
Let's eat some ice cream.
Ignore that part where I tried to kill you.
Do you salt ice cream, anyone?
Hey, to be fair, if Kira, like, held it against it, if Kira held, like, that sort of grudge, he wouldn't have any friends.
Yeah.
Every single person he knows has tried to kill him.
Multiple times. Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at you, Atherin.
He only tried to kill him the one time.
I feel like there was a fair number of fights between them.
I mean, yeah, but he only actually was really trying to kill him that one time at the end after he killed Piano Boy.
Piano Boy had it coming.
Yeah, shouldn't have played that piano.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
I was so close to saying something real bad. Oh. Managed to save myself though.
Just go.
I mean, Kira did kill Shin's initial love interest, so...
Yeah, but she was 4. She was the clone of 4. Everybody knew that was doomed.
Yeah.
And hey, Shin then got with the program, went with the much better option.
Yeah, he kind of got her by default.
Yeah. Well, luckily her aim's really bad still.
Luigi wins by doing nothing.
Good job, little Mario. It is weird though how just like Kira and Zex both are just hanging out with Shah.
That is actually kind of funny.
I will say one of the things I'm not entirely a fan of is like the modern Super Robot Wars trying to basically basically say that no, Shah's a good guy, and I'm like, no, pretty evil.
I mean, did he do anything evil yet?
I mean, he hasn't dropped Axis in Super Robot Wars, and maybe he won't because they've not even mentioned Axis. But
Yeah, so that.
I don't know. I feel like Axis. I feel like when you're like, yeah, I'm gonna kill the entire I'm gonna make Earth uninhabitable and kill like billions of people.
Nope,
Kind of just a bad. It's just like, yeah, it's just a bad guy move. I mean, yeah, some people say they're gonna do it, but he actually tried to go through with it.
Well, if he didn't do it yet, then he's still, not that bad a guy yet.
It was also just funny having like the villains from Dino Xenon just like chilling out, and everyone's like, "We really should do something about you guys just hanging around our city." And they're like, "Yeah, but are you? No,
Nah.
nah, we can't. This guy's enrolled as a student. That wouldn't be right."
Yeah, come on, guys.
You get my first tease of Godzilla finally, and it does seem like he's going to need a massive amount of gravitas and build up. There's the the Kaiju Club from Dino Xenon and the Insectors from Get a Robot Arc are both like, oh shit, something is coming, and we don't know. It's gonna kick our asses too.
God, it's coming.
You know, it's another reason why I want to wait for some of the DLC stuff, because you know who would love to fight Godzilla? Ryoma. Tell me he wouldn't
Yeah.
get the stupidest fucking, like, slasher grin on his face seeing Godzilla.
I'm sure he'd enjoy it for a time.
You kidding me? He would be okay with dying to that. I think he'd be like, yeah, this is great.
I am wondering how they're going to translate like all of Singular Point's plot, though, considering it's like you actually need like a degree in astrophysics to get it. Which is not to say I get it. It's like particles or non particles that don't exist but do exist but shouldn't exist. And also there's time travel involved, but only for AIs. And I've more or less done finally done the Code Geass movie story. You know, it's kind of like the last time it was in 30, where it's like you do the story and then that stupid fuckhead keeps showing up. You know, the stupid fuckhead. The guy who's like, I need to kill Zero, both the Zeros.
Oh yes, that guy. The only villain from the Geass movie, so they have no choice but to use him.
Yeah. So it's just him and then some other like random fucks who, some guy who has like a scorpion mech, which would be cool,
Yeah.
but he's a
Yeah,
loser.
they were like the only two villains of note in the movie that like did anything other than the Queen, who was just like, I'm going to out Gambit you, Zero.
And then surprise, he can just tell you to kill yourself and you have to do it.
He
Or in her
tells her to
case-
sleep. He tells her
Yeah,
to
it tells
sleep
her to go to sleep forever because she can't die, because if she dies she goes back in time.
Yeah.
But it's basically telling her to end her life.
A glimpse of tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the whole movie is just like, it's like, aha, I killed her. Then she goes back in time, and she's like, oh, we'll counter this strategy.
I'll say the protagonist, second mech is pretty sick though.
That I
say
haven't
its
seen yet,
name.
because obviously
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
won't say
there
its
yet. I'm
name or what
pretty
it
early.
does. I won't say its name or what it does, but I will say it does look pretty cool.
I am curious, and I do like the main mech, because the
Doing the
first mech,
drop.
it's really cool looking.
Well, the big one is way over there. However,
I mean,
This is a
ninja plus robot is cool.
ninja. Yeah. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Ninja! Ninja! Rap! Ninja! Ninja! Rap!
You know what? Thank God the song that Partners in Crime did went viral a couple months ago, and not that one.
Is it Grungus 34?
No,
Oh, too bad.
no Grungus, I'm afraid.
That was my guess. Grungus 34. Nope.
No, it is like a whole new original mech. So no surprise, Yuckbine 30 or Grungust. Although I wish we could get a Grungust. I like Grungust. Now, you know what I like? I like Grungust. I like the upgrades like Zengas and evil alternate universe Zengas. Yeah, where it has like drill shoulder pads.
Yeah, that one.
That's a cool mech.
And
Wait, was-
it creates its blade from its shoulder.
Yeah. I can't remember what they called Evil Zenga in that game. Like Thermidor or something. What was his name?
Odin.
Oh, right, he named after Odin.
Yes. And his mech is, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, it's basically a Grungust.
It's like some Norse sounding name, but I can't pronounce it, so. Yeah, it's a Grungust infected with the not Devil Gundam cells.
Yeah.
Infected with Devil Gundam, no, machine cells. Totally different.
Alright, he was called Wodan, that's why I couldn't remember anything. That's why I was spelling it Wotan. Frud Gelmir. Yeah, Fruit Gelmo was fun.
Damn it.
Yeah, too bad you don't actually get that mech.
Still, you're up.
You only get it in Alpha
Yeah, well.
Gaiden.
Well, I only barely got Daizengar.
Need my help, do you?
It's a shame because I like Daizengar.
I mean,
Mostly because it had the fucking joke when it got first appeared of being like stage 30, Daizengar, and then the guy's like, wait, what does stage 30 mean?
in the later games you get to use it longer. It's just, you know, we
Yeah.
haven't gotten those games.
Well, we got
But it's
Moon
actually not
Dwellers.
true. We did get Moon Dwellers, but it's such a freaking disaster of a translation. I can't bring myself to play it.
Yeah, I mean, part of the problem is I wouldn't want to play Moon Dwellers until I played like OG2 or OGS2. I don't really care much for I don't feel like much need to play OG Gaiden. Even if it does give us Dark Brain.
Yeah. Dark Brain and getting to Shu finally revealing that he's evil.
What?
And
No,
you kill him, and then you kill him, and he's not evil anymore.
not Shu.
Now they are friends.
How could Shu ever be evil? Apart from all those times in all the other games where he's just like, haha, I'm evil, are we going to fight now? No.
Yeah, he's like, "Ha, I'm evil. Yeah, you're evil." He's like, "No, we're going to fight now." Wait, really? Yes. This is hardly the time. I know. That's why we're going to fight.
That's what makes it evil.
Now behold the Neo grandson.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's just like the grandson, but Neo.
Why does it look
Gonna
like
get
you
an
photo? It's like hello, Neo grandson. Why does it look like you just cheap photoshopped the thing on the back? Well, that was so that when it inevitably leaked onto the internet, people would think it was a fake.
How is there like never any like upgrade for Cybuster?
There is,
Is there?
but it's only in the Lord of the Elemental games, which didn't do very
Nobody
well,
played.
so. And yeah, and it'll probably take forever to get into the main. I mean, it took forever for his extra move from that game to make it into the regular Super Robot Wars. Never mind his upgrade.
Man, why do we always have to have fucking Masaki show up? Why? When was the last time we got to have the SRX team show up in a Super Robot Wars?
30.
Be our future.
SRX wasn't in 30, was it?
It was.
It was.
Huh. Memory hold them.
It was. He was like one of the later releases, so you might have finished it and stopped playing it by then.
I do need to do a second playthrough. When will we get Bampreos?
By the way, this time I made sure to save Cloud's Limit for that fucking Bahamut form.
Take them down at the same time.
In that case, Ultra Big
Good old
Boy's
not
all
Bahamut
right.
said.
Bye, Barrett. I'll miss you.
Man, SRX is so cool.
And too bad it's about to get destroyed eventually.
And Bampreos doesn't combine. Like, what a fucking loser mech for losers. I can't believe Ryusei would allow this stupid bullshit, this dumb bullshit to exist. A mech that doesn't combine.
I mean, it combines. It's just permanently locked into combine mode.
Yeah, well, where's the fun in that?
You know, because they didn't design the component parts.
This fight's not over yet.
Silly Bampreos.
Well, it's because the Alpha 3 squad system does not adhere to combiners very well. Especially a 4-person combiner, which would literally be impossible because squads weren't big enough for that.
Yeah. I mean, they do sort of have to cheat a little with Kaiser Grid Knight.
It's like how the SRX is just one unit and 30 can't be decombined.
Yeah. So, Grid Knight has a similar thing to Gridman does in 30.
We can do this together.
Where you
What's
have to
it?
build. It's where you have to like build up to a certain level of morale before you can combine into Kaiser Grid Knight.
Okay, what happens to Dynazenon when you combine?
They merge into one.
Oh, so it goes away on the map.
Yes. So what happens is Dynazenon vanishes and appears, and Kaiser Grid Knight appears where Grid Knight is.
Yeah, and then I assume you can't decombine them until the stage is over.
You can't decombine, but to compensate, Kaiser Grid Knight gets gets automatically Zeal gets automatically cast on it, so it can attack twice. It can act twice.
Ah.
And it hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah, for some reason, decombining has not been a thing in a very long time. I remember even back in L when it was like when you created Guy King the Great, you couldn't decombine it for the rest of the stage.
I guess it's because most of the times, like, mechs don't decombine after they combined until they've already won the fight.
I think it's also because they have no idea where to put it when you're done.
Yeah.
Like, where did they send it?
Yeah, where do you put, like, the second unit? Yeah, probably. Dynazenon team and Getter team have a rivalry, in the sense that Galma and Takuma have a rivalry. And everyone else is just like, what the fuck is up with you two?
Did they argue over which one is taller?
No.
Oh, too bad. That was the rivalry between Voltez and Combattler.
Yeah, no Voltes in this. It's just it's Raideen instead.
Yeah, I think they can't have something in DLC more than one at a time.
Yeah.
Because I guess they don't want to, like, hey, we're charging you again for something you already bought for this game.
So instead everything's just tying into Raideen.
I mean,
they keep saying, oh yeah, this thing happened back 12,000 years ago, and it's tied into everybody's like stuff, because it's like, oh yeah, the proto-culture in Macross were left there, and then moved from Raideen left there, and then the mice.
At least they have Raideen again.
Yeah. And it's nice to have Maz and Kaiser.
You know, for years. For years, we didn't think we'd ever get anyone voiced by that guy back.
He even has this fucking tackle move, Maz and Kaiser does.
Huh.
Yeah, I do look forward to unlocking Maz and Kaiser, because it is one of my favorite just mechs in general.
They have the
It's
swords.
just such a cool design.
The shoulder swords. Yeah, it has the shoulder swords.
Has the shoulder swords, but not the chest sword.
Not yet. It might get that as like an upgrade. I haven't got I haven't finished like the Maz.
It probably doesn't, because that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, it's specifically just like versus Great General of Darkness.
Yeah. So the movie it only had the shoulder swords.
Yeah. I mean, I guess as an example, Mazin Kenzan is the theme, not Fire Wars. So yeah, I think it is just Great General of Darkness. Majestic Prince people still around. The sniper guy does have a new VA.
Yeah. Figures.
We knew it.
I mean, he is in jail.
We'll make it very difficult to record.
Yeah. Or Gokai Silver.
Poor, he did it to himself.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have scammed those old ladies by impersonating a cop.
Nobody told him to impersonate a cop and scam old ladies. He did that to himself.
I mean, it was more poor Gokai Silver, the character, since he's,
Gone now, forever.
Basically, he's been banished.
Don't worry, we have, we got two Kaiser can take over.
We did it! Right.
Hey, the ghost is gone, maybe, possibly. No.
Right. Oh. And it is kind of funny when they're doing Witch of Mercury stuff, because we'll allow we'll have Soletta, Mione, and Earthhouse will live on the ship and do studies there, but we'll also have to keep coming back to deal with Soletta's challenges.
That is pretty funny.
And Choo Choo is also there.
That's fine, because Choo Choo's my favorite character.
As this special new character, Bob.
Oh, Bob! Bob showed up? Okay.
Bob's in.
I didn't know if
no,
Bob would get in.
There's a pilot called Bob.
I'm good to see Bob in there. Underrated character, honestly.
And nobody is allowed to meet with Bob. Except
Damn.
Domo, who knows him.
Well, Domo knows everybody.
Does kind of feel like it, especially when they were also like, oh yeah, and then Ryoma and Master Asia were like arch rivals.
Yeah, also, even for the girl, since I'm playing her, even, like, she had met Domon during the finale of G Gundam. Because apparently they were there helping.
Yeah, I don't think there's a huge difference between, like, Forte and Cross for, like, the back element stuff.
Probably one difference is, Forte does not like Hero.
Yeah, Cross gets on with Hero.
Because,
Not like Hero.
specifically because she's like, she reminds me too much of my brother.
Yeah, Cross is very different from that interpretation.
That's Forte's words.
Yeah. Well, I can give a few other differences. Cross is, I think, a lot more. Cross does more of a thing of like playing up an act. So like,
Forte's playing up an act, it seems.
Yeah. But I mean, with him, it's like, I'm playing with you. Just being me. Oh, not like. It's just more like the. Oh, you know, I'll have. Oh, if I win, we could go on a date. Wink, wink. You know, kind of. Not really trying, but doing it for the sake of people just going, oh, you're you.
If Forte seems more like she's. Like, it's a little bit. Seems like the. Like, I can definitely tell there's a mask going on. But it's hard to tell what's under the mask, other than they do pretty much have her say that she is she's related to the little girl.
Yes, they are. I mean, she says
that's their that's their youngest sister.
Yeah, they both just. It is a weird choice to have as like the end of the first stage, is then basically say, yeah, I'm your older sibling. I don't know the full backstory behind like everything yet. Just you know, I didn't get to meet I have met the rival.
The Whisper is dead!
Hooray!
Was that the final boss? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
It's not.
You didn't think you'd get out.
Who do you think the final boss is?
Sephiroth. If it's not this, it's Sephiroth.
Like, what did you expect?
You didn't think you'd get away without having to fight old Seppi, did you?
I thought they would wait a game.
And guess who the final boss of Rebirth is?
Yeah, who you get?
Sephiroth.
Who says she can't fight Sephiroth many
Sephiroth.
times?
I can't. Next, you'll tell me the boss of part 3 will be Sephiroth.
I mean, to be fair, technically speaking,
I mean, theoretically, it could be to the point where it's not a surprise. You're expecting Sephiroth, and it's not.
I mean, I guess technically speaking, all these times we are actually fighting Genova.
True.
Or are we?
What the hell is this?
Timey-wimey
Unless.
bullshit.
This is
Well, that means next week is when we'll start Yuffie, considering.
Yeah, I did warn you this was going to be a long one.
I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
We all. I know who the third game's final boss is going to be. It's going to be Xehanort.
Wouldn't that
No,
be
it's gonna be Reno. No, wait, Genesis.
No. No, I think Xehanort is most likely. He's like, you
I'm
didn't think
here.
you'd go through a story arc without me appearing?
I'm here again. You're gonna be Norded.
No, I know who the final boss will be. Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Shit, he's right. He's throwing a fucking building at us.
Well, yeah, he dropped the Shinra building on you.
Rude.
Now he's dropping a train.
He's just stealing all of Xehanort's gags.
Xehanort's sitting there in the corner, fucking coping and seething. This motherfucker. Oh, there's the one-winged angel.
Dun, dun, the Rebirth version, even though this game's not Rebirth. But the track is called One Winged Angel Reborn. It was pretty cool because it is effectively like a combination of both like the original version and the Advent Children remake. Which, obviously, if you don't speak Latin, you might not know has different lyrics. Now, it's kind of crazy to think that for how good of a track like One Winged Angel is, that like why am I blanking on his name? It's like a fucking iconic composer. Umetsu.
Something, yes.
Yeah, Umetsu. Umetsu's not like an all like.
Yeah, Nobuo Umetsu.
Yeah, he's not at all like a trained musician, or he wasn't. He was some guy who they were like, "Hey, do you want to just make the soundtrack for this game?" He's like, "Yeah, alright."
I know that happened with the lady who did Guile's theme. Like, she just bullshitted her way onto the team, basically. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. That just mean you think like for how good of like a composition that like One Winged Angel is. Like,
It is a great track.
Like, there's a very real like argument to be made that this is the greatest final boss theme of all time.
Oh yeah.
I struggle to think of one that like really can match it. There are ones I really like, but if I was to say like, oh yeah, like, you know, a top 10 final boss themes, like immediately number one is like One Winged Angel.
Might be in trouble. But maybe not.
Oh, I forgot the third strike.
This isn't Kingdom Hearts. There's no reaction command.
It's do or die.
There's no reaction command that lets you just counter everything.
There is a button. There is a summon button that gets you out of jail. That is a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the same
fuck.
as like I just press a button and he automatically guards all of his slashes.
Hmm.
Let's try that again. Come on.
Now this is a Sephiroth voiced by Superman, but not that Superman. The other Superman.
It's important.
Who's not Superman anymore
Yeah, well,
because that show ended.
Gotta give it my all.
better than some people who were Superman at some point.
It's true.
He just countered your limit before it was over.
He did.
Damn, Sephiroth, he's so fucking cool.
He is.
See, at least that's something that Rebirth doesn't do.
What?
Rebirth is like, all right, we'll let you finish your limit before the cutscene takes over.
Yeah, I remember you guys telling me that.
Same with like staggers, yeah. Which is
You know, he's
relevant
gonna
for
use
some
a
of the
spell,
challenge
so I can
boss
heal
fights.
myself properly. This is still a good rendition of the track, though. I do like it.
It is like 8 minutes long, and the only way you can
It's
buy
One Winged Angel, so
yeah, the only way you can buy it is to buy the whole album because they fucking knew.
of course.
They knew, bastards.
It's One Winged Angel, for fuck's sake, of course. Hi, Earth.
I will say the Rebirth version,
Yeah, so what?
the version in Rebirth is not quite as good as this one.
Oh, this is where you get your party members based on who you were befriended.
Or who I was friendliest with, or something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's either Aerith or Tifa or Barrett, so I guess either Tifa or Barrett is going to show up. It's also the only time you can have both Aerith and Barrett in the party in the whole game,
Yeah,
except in the simulator.
except in the stimulator.
Try this.
I'll take care of you. Get him! That's it!
He's pressured.
There we go. This is a really cool set piece, also.
Would you believe the one in Rebirth is cooler?
I can believe that.
One more shot!
because it gets fucking wild. That I won't say because yeah, it's wild.
All right. Well, it looks like you got this, so I'm gonna head off.
Bye, Sabo.
Hopefully you don't lose. And
I'm gonna assume you thought I was gonna
alive.
trip up on that like sheath attack and get hit by him.
Yeah.
You hoped.
It looks like you're doing good. So I'll expect good things when you win. See you guys. later.
Yes. I enjoy our chats.
Me too. Man, but yeah, no. Playing this is just making me kind of remember just how cool shit in 7 is. And I'm talking about the original version too, obviously. The original
It's kinda
version's a
one of the-
fucking amazing game.
It's kind of one of those things where when 7 came out and you're like, yeah, this is cool, and then like after a few years, like you had the kind of anti-7, like I guess anti-7 sort of like thing. You know, the knee-jerk reaction to people being mad that FF7 people thought FF7 was the greatest game of all time. You know,
Which
obviously
funny
it's
enough, we're
not.
kind of getting that again, considering people are, considering what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
People
it
are
goes
starting
in
to get
cycles.
hit with that again.
But I think,
It's just,
I don't think
it's
it's
just
one of
I'm older now, so I'm like, I'm a little bit less susceptible to it than I used to be.
I think the other thing is that just when you actually like, you know, it's one of those things where years of divorce from something, you can sort of, it's easier to dismiss
Here
things or
comes
not
Tifa.
appreciate them. Whereas like when you're back in the thick of it, yeah, you're like, no wait, this is actually just good. These characters are just cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All that talk about Cloud being an angsty boy is all fake bullshit. It's just fake propaganda. It's actually fake news.
God, this track is so good. I mean, One Winged Angel in general is really good. I think it's the first like boss theme I remember that had lyrics to it.
It was definitely one of the first ones for like major console release for like consoles.
It's
I
not the
believe
first
that
it's not the first like lyric track I remember hearing in a game. The first was for me was Tekken 2's ending theme.
Yeah, I think the big distinction is that it's like an in-engine like song. I mean, obviously all the songs are like thing, but like
It's
you had
during
music for, like,
gameplay.
yeah, during gameplay versus like stuff that was for pre-rendered like cutscenes. But I mean the lyrics are roughly something like burning inside intently.
Burning violently.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like Eston, Zitarim, Hira Verhementi, Sephiroth. And then for Advent Children, they did the One Winged Angel Advent version, which has different lyrics related to Sephiroth resurrecting and calling Cloud his son. Or maybe it's Genova talking to Sephiroth. Anyway, it's not entirely clear.
I don't know.
But I believe this version of the track, this version of the song uses lyrics from both original and Advent.
I am glad they didn't end it with that boss. I was just saying it because of how long it's been. Because this is a much cooler fight, because it's fucking Sephiroth, for God's sakes, and I didn't really care for that fight, to be honest. The other one.
That's always sort of the thing that was always going to be a issue for doing this, for like just doing like remake as a one-to-one thing, because obviously like it was always we knew from the get-go it was always going to end with Midgar or leaving Midgar.
It wouldn't
But
have been
of course,
as strong of a finish.
because yeah, the like leaving of Midgar, while a big moment, is not designed to be an end of game like.
In the original, it's kind
Catharsis.
of it's really in the original game. It's really the start of the game when you think about it.
Yeah, it's the end of the prologue and the start of the game for real. Whereas obviously it's like not designed to be a hype moment in the way that you need an ending to a 40-hour like game like this to be. So it was always the ending was always going to have to be changed to at least include, this part was always going to have to be changed to include some form of a boss that would actually be a challenge and feel like catharsis. And while there's probably some argument that you could have just done the whisper the Whispers. I don't think it would have been like.
Nah,
affected it enough.
I would have hated it. Honestly, I would have
Yeah.
been like, I literally like if I finished, I was like that it. I would have been like, well, the game's great, but I don't like that boss.
I also think the other problem would be you've spent so much time building up Sephiroth, and then there'd be no real appearance by Sephiroth in this game. If you were to
And
do
you
it one
and you
to
do
one.
gotta think of like newer audiences who would be like, that's it, the fucking Whispers.
Where's Sephiroth? Whenever Sephiroth's not on screen, everybody should be asking, where's Sephiroth?
Where's Sephiroth?
So you did need to have some form of like big showdown with Sephiroth.
Yeah, he really did.
Good to go? It's okay. I'll be
Especially because even if you were to like push it a little bit later, like there's nothing really in like the next parts that would work because, you know, next part, the next story, the next sort of beat after the escape from Midgar is the flashback is the flashback in Calm. And then after that is like Midgar Soma, which is, you know, once again, not really a final boss sort of entity. Especially since it's an optional boss in the original.
Like, it's a cool moment, but not really good for a finale of a game.
Yeah, so it did need to be some form of fight with Sephiroth, because even, like, as weird as it is that, like, the cosmic horror entity, who, like, Eldritch Abomination that is, like, at the centre of the whole thing, Genova's just not at all, like, what you need. You need it to be Sephiroth
Because they're not a character. No, like,
So
you know,
much of
not
the-
in a traditional sense.
so much of the game is based around the dynamic between Cloud and Sephiroth as, like, the, you know, their rivalry slash antagonism.
Yeah, there's a reason why
Nobody-
you put these, like, even, like, quote-unquote normies, if you put these two next to each other, people are like, oh, I know those two! Even they don't know the name.
Yeah. Anime sword guy.
There's a reason why even the Kingdom Heart, not Kingdom Heart, the Smash community didn't open their fucking mouths when, Sephiroth got in to, where they were screaming every time there was an anime swordsman. There's a reason they were silent for him. They know better. Even they know better.
That was such a great trailer, and I love like that moment where you hear the drums and you're like, oh no.
You're like,
yes.
oh, this motherfucker's here.
You know, just yeah, I love everybody being like Dante, and then you hear the bum 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 bum.
Kind of like the fire, where I was like, oh, it's the fucking fire Pokemon, and then it's like, oh no, it's fucking Sora, who I genuinely did not think was gonna get in.
I thought, I'll be honest, that one got me because I was convinced it was going to be Dark Souls guy. So I saw the fire, I saw the bonfire, I was like, no, it's Dark. Oh no, it's Dark Souls. And damn, yeah, they got Sora. But what's also funny watching it's one of the few times I did enjoy watching reactions to trailers, because you got the Gothic Smash players being like, who dis? And the people going, oh my god, it's Sephiroth.
Yeah, Sephiroth is probably, I think, Sephiroth and Cloud are probably like the biggest gets for Smash Bros. In terms of third-party characters.
Yeah.
With like, you can make an argument for possibly, honestly, for Snake maybe.
Yeah. For ones that they could get, definitely. For ones they could have got, I think Dante might have gone a bit harder.
Oh, could have gotten into different, yeah.
Yeah, I think Dante might be the number one just because of how much he got memed about being in.
Oh, Dante, if in terms of who we could have gotten, it would be like Dante, yeah.
But, especially now since people can just watch the hit Netflix show to know all about the Devil May Cry.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah. You know, one thing I always fucking hate, that always makes me cringe when people write or try and write cool characters, is when they then have to have people literally stand up, waste their time and say, oh my god, he's so cool. Like,
look how cool this guy is.
You don't need to tell me he's cool, just show me he's cool. It's not that difficult. Have him do the cool thing, and then we can go, oh my god, he's so cool. We don't need the characters in the universe to be like, oh my god, he's so fucking cool.
You wanna know why these characters here are cool? No one tells you they're cool. They're just doing the cool stuff. Like, this whole fight sequence has been fucking sick. No one said, like, oh my god, isn't this awesome? Nobody's done that. It's just, this shit's happening. Because this is just what's happening today. The gang's all here!
We can do this. We can.
Get him, boys.
Change it. Make it right.
I mean, so far, Barrett. It's nice that Barrett now has a reason to want to fight Sephiroth.
Yeah.
He fucking stabbed him.
That
What the
fucker
hell?
stabbed me in the chest, asshole!
What the hell, Maui? I didn't even know you. Just remember. Did really feel Sephiroth stabbing him did really feel like Ned Flanders. I don't know who you are, but I'm sure you're a jerk. And Barrett being like, hey, I only just got here. What's going on?
Who is it that he did that to? I don't remember. It's been so long.
What, in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
It's Lenny.
I thought Lenny, but I couldn't remember. I was like, I wanted to say Lenny, but I was like, was it though? Because it's been so long.
For his takedowns, he's like, he yells at Bart and basically says that he says, you know, here's a catchphrase you're going to need for your adult life. Anybody sparing quarter?
Yeah, basically says
Yells at Lisa. Yeah, yells at Lisa and says that she's the answer to a question that no one asked.
Careful. That
Choose
lies
out
ahead.
Chief Wiggum by saying the last case he got to the bottom of was a case of Malamars. Says to Krusty that the
I should watch the episode. Fuck
Says-
it, I should just watch the whole
Our world
episode.
will become a part of
Yeah.
it.
Says to Krusty, the clown, the only one of you
But
people who
I
doesn't make me
will
laugh.
not end.
Calls Mo an ugly, hate-filled man, and Mo's like, hey, I might be ugly and hate-filled, but
This is
is that the thing you said?
The edge of creation.
And then just, Homer, you're the worst person I've ever met. And I was like, phew, I got off easy.
Lend me your strength.
I like that he's too stupid to understand why that's, like, the worst thing he could have said.
Together.
And Flanders doesn't understand that Homer's too stupid to understand that's not... that's the worst thing he could have said.
I just like the follow-up where,
Oh, Sephiroth
Flanders
offered him a chance at being evil.
hey Cloud, why don't you join me? And together
No.
we can rule this planet as father and son.
But we can rule creation. No. I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work.
We've never met Cloud's father, so who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
Sephiroth, even though he would have only been like 8 or something, did go in the bonus mom.
Time travel.
Sephiroth being like, fuck your mom, what are you gonna do about it?
I fucked your mom. You're my son. Haha.
That's right, Cloud, I went back in time just so I could become your father, just to piss you off.
Not yet.
Did it work?
Play
Yes,
catch.
actually, I'm furious.
Son. Let's play catch, son, and then he throws a fucking Giga Flare at him.
I like you said that as he knocked the sword out of his Cloud's
Till the
hands.
end. Time enough for you. Perhaps.
Stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. But I'm not.
What
Au
will you
contraire,
do
Cloud,
with it?
you've done this to yourself.
Let's see.
I always like the edits where he was saying, shall I give you this pair? And it holds up a pair.
I need to see that edit. I will give you this pair.
Mr. Vice President.
Imagine if that was the entire plot of the game, just ends with that, and then the series, the game just ends, and that's it.
Mr. President.
It's the greatest fuck you to the audience.
That's right.
They should never do it, but it is funny. Well, here's all the Shinra fuckheads.
I'm sure they'll be very useful.
You look like a hobbit.
Are you saying that
Well-
too?
The short, fat guy. I don't remember his
Palmer.
name.
Palmer.
He looks like he'd be really funny to watch him like roll down a flight of stairs. Do you think he'd bounce, or do you think he'd like kind of go, or do you think he'd bounce like a slinky, or do you think he'd like just kind of roll like a Katamari ball?
I mean, I have foreknowledge of stuff, so I won't say.
Oh hi, it's everyone's favorite scientist.
Oh, Joe.
I'm gonna enjoy watching this fuck. I hope I get to enjoy watching this fucker die.
Well, it's a pretty lengthy death scene in the original, so.
Yeah.
And unlike in the original, you are mandatorily going to have Vincent, so.
True.
And boy, howdy, you think Vincent will let him get away with shit? Again?
No. Man. Zach had a time while we were fighting Sephiroth.
Was that all of them?
Yeah, he got shot a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, but all the guys around him got a little bit dead.
Hmm.
He's gonna need a shower though, like damn.
He's gonna need some band-aids for his gaping bullet wounds.
Hey, Cloud. You see that?
So yeah, this was like the big moment that everybody went crazy for. Like when the game first came out, that, oh my god, Zack lived. And, well, I won't say. Because,
Damn it! Someone blew up the reactor again. I mean, just joking about all the ghosts turning into white energy and exploding. Goodbye, ghosts.
the ghost with the most. They even from that show? I don't know.
I don't know. I just wanted to do it.
Fair, it is a very catchy theme song.
It is. Actually, what am I doing holding the controller? I can put this down.
Here.
Wait a second, this is a cutscene.
Listen, they had so many cutscenes in the fights that I was holding on to it, like, expecting Sephiroth to, like, cut the cutscene in half and be like, hold on! Round 4!
You didn't think
wouldn't
it'd be
put it past
that
him.
easy, did you?
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you? Hey, look, there's part of the sign for 7th Heaven.
At least part of the sign lived.
Yeah. Not the bar itself, but
Eh.
at least all these people managed to survive that. The
Yeah,
ones that we
probably
know,
a
at
lot-
least. Well, most of the ones we
Yeah.
know. 3 of them died.
Or, oh, 3 of them died, you say?
Unless I'm forgetting someone.
I mean, I guess you never technically saw a body with Wedge.
Well, us talking of... Wait! Hold on, what are you doing here? You're not dead? What? Huh!
Yeah. What?
Well... Mr. I thought died in a gunfire just started waking up.
Zack or Big? Zack or someone else?
Biggs.
Yeah, it was Biggs. Biggs is alive.
Daddy?
See? Not everyone died. Just Jesse and maybe Wedge.
Jesse's definitely dead. We watched her die.
Hmm.
Very, very explicitly. Not explicit as in, like, bloody or gory, but we, like, watched her final moments.
I mean, it'd be very difficult for her, even if she did survive the bullet wounds, to survive the plate dropping on her when she couldn't possibly move.
Yeah.
So, what now?
At least Biggs was just mostly very badly injured.
So you could argue someone could have found him and patched him up.
Yeah, and someone did.
Wait, are those
seemingly.
are those the material colors I had in the game right there? In this, like, pre-rendered cutscene?
Yeah.
That's
As long as it's still
crazy.
out there.
I think they do the Devil May Cry 5 trick of swapping out like the high fidelity models with the low fidelity models between cutscene and game. But they also track like what material types you're
Well,
using.
Well, this is definitely pre-rendered, the cutscene I'm in right now, because the models are so high quality.
Count
Like,
me in.
Yeah,
like Tifa's lips have like gloss to them right now,
You could use a nose like mine.
and the fur on Red 13 is insanely detailed.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of hers is an enemy.
But
of
yeah,
ours.
the game tracks your what material you're using for cutscenes and weapons.
Even apparently this, and I think that's pretty cool. Like for a pre-rendered one, that's
Yeah.
kind of awesome, honestly. Like
It is
completely
great
unnecessary.
after-
It's completely unnecessary, and if the game didn't do it, that's not a problem. But it's cool that it's there.
Yeah, you'd have got to the pre-render, you'd been like, yeah, of course, he's just back in the Buster Sword with like no material slots. That makes sense. But no.
But he does have the Buster Sword, and it has the color slots. I think I had.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if it went back to just full default, you know?
Yeah. Like I wouldn't fault them at all. Like it's just cool. It's cool that it's there. But if they did this and it didn't have that, I would not complain in the slightest. Fuck, I got a feeling I'm gonna end up installing Rebirth and playing it on my own in the very, very near future. But that'll be after I do Yuffie, because I do want to still do Yuffie stuff.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth doing since
Yeah.
since you have it.
And I
It's one of
want
those
to do
things
that on
where-
stream too, so it'll still be a bit before I do that.
It does also add some more context to some of her things in Rebirth. And
Gotcha.
there are some like allusions to things to what happened here.
And also, why would I not want to do it when she's my favorite character in the original?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is really good. I think the only reason Rebirth probably won't make it onto my like when I do the list or as a candidate is because there's a good chance I might not get to it until next year,
I mean, also
depending on what I decide to play.
Also, even if you start it, there's a good chance you might not even finish it
Yeah,
before the
exactly.
end of the year. And these kind of games are ones you kind of have to finish to.
Really assess, yeah. I do like this ending track though; it's really nice.
Mm.
It's very fitting for how the game ended.
Yeah.
Dog Ear Records. That's an interesting name.
I think it's meant to be related to Stamp.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. By the way, I forgot to comment on it when it showed up. I do like that random bag of like potato chips that have Stamp on them like flies by like Zack's feet.
I mean, he was a Shinra dog, so
He was. It's probably to symbolize that.
probably something like that.
Like symbolize him like no longer being a Shinra dog, so it's now flying off screen and
Yeah, especially since who knows how much of Crisis Core, who knows how much of Crisis Core actually happened.
yeah. I mean, what? This game would never use symbolism. Never at all!
I mean, I guess a prime example of where the game uses symbolism is in Cloud and Sephiroth's weapon designs.
Yeah.
Because you see Sephiroth, what it is it's dealing with like one of the sort of like longest running debates amongst like human society. You see, it's about length versus girth.
And apparently Girth wins.
Apparently, we know which side that Nomura favors.
Girth.
You'd rather have a chode than a needle dick.
What would you rather, needle dick or chode?
Personally, for me or to sit on, because
Ah, either or.
I'll just say chode for both.
Yeah, probably same. This is a very mature conversation.
I mean, we talked about symbolism and like.
Yeah.
the
You
next
know what?
one
We
between
deserve a
spirit
high.
and
We
nectar.
deserve a fucking penis joke. We earned a
Well,
penis
don't-
joke today.
I've adulted enough.
We've had enough mature conversations today. I'm
Yeah.
for the dick jokes.
Time to talk about penises.
Oh, actually, you probably saw that Nintendo patent thing, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
So I was looking. So
It's
me
what-
and a friend. Good, sorry.
it's one of those things where, I mean, obviously it's really dumb and dog shit, but it might
Yeah.
also just be like some of that. It might just be like some of the other patents where they only ever actually use it for stuff that they think is directly infringing on them.
Or just
So-
in this case, specifically getting mad at Power World. Like, who the fuck cares about Power World anymore?
Well, they cared.
Yeah, they do.
but,
Why?
Because I feel like they probably won't bother with things like SMT or Digimon or things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
that's
also,
just a
actually,
guess.
the wording on it is actually interesting, because this is something that was me and a friend were having a conversation about this. So the wording is specifically and its focus is specifically on the act of throwing a ball, like the motion of throwing a ball. So, which is specifically probably for like stuff like Power World, which does do that. What I think everything should do that has this animation has to change it is they should update the animation to rolling a ball.
Kick a ball.
Like a bowling ball, just, be very pedantic about it. Like,
Yeah.
what? We're not throwing, it's rolling!
So it's one of those things where it's real dumb and stupid for them to do.
It is.
But I also don't feel like it's really going to come up because it
Probably
like, it's
not.
just because, like, as I said, the big competitors really are like SMT and Digimon.
And I
In
don't
terms
think
of-
Nintendo is really going to be taking a stick at them.
Like Power World was such a they contributed so much more to Power World's success by going after it. If they'd have just like let it come out and be this stupid fucking game,
People
that
would have forgot
like,
about
play
it.
for-
Like, we wouldn't
Yeah,
even be
nobody
talking
really
about it
cares.
today. We would have forgotten
If they'd
about it
just
already.
if they'd have just ignored it, it would have gone away.
Yeah.
Because they didn't ignore it, they gave it buttload more publicity.
Every time they kick those rocks over, everyone's like, "Oh, Power World, what's this?" And it ends up it's like the Streisand effect thing.
It's
Like,
not even
they're
just that. Like spite is a powerful motivator.
Yeah, like honestly,
So,
part of me
for a
wants to
lot-
buy it just to spite Nintendo. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. And it's why it was always an insane thing for them to do, because it's just not a benefit to them. Because it just gives Power World so much more publicity than it ever would have had otherwise. But also, B, it just robs them of goodwill. And by God,
Don't
Pokemon
worry.
running off of-
Don't worry. They've already decided they know how to fix that problem. After they announced that that happened tomorrow, there's a Nintendo Direct, so they'll forget all about it.
Well, we'll see what they announce. Cause
That's usually what they do when they do something. Is they then have like a big announcement. So they'll probably announce something fairly big tomorrow. Not that I really care, because I do not plan to get a Switch 2. There's nothing that I really... Because the thing is, like, the only thing I'd really care about on the system would be, like, the Nintendo first-party exclusives, and I just don't care enough to buy a system just for those.
Yeah.
I have too many games to play. I'm getting too old. The time I have to play these is shrinking by the minute. So, I'm fine with, like, foregoing the Mario and shit. If I really want to play Fire Emblem, I'll figure out a way.
For me, I think the main thing that would push me was more for like the indies, just because I do like being able to play like smaller games on the go.
Oh, that's also fair. The only reason that
yes,
I don't care as much because I have a Steam Deck, but if you don't have a Steam Deck, then it's perfect for you, especially if you want to play those things. And
Yeah. So it's one of those things of like depending what other obviously first party stuff or like exclusives matter for that. So it's more of the I'm not going to rule out that I will get a Switch 2 at some point, but it will
Yeah.
be the when there's more stuff I actually care about, because right now it's Donkey Kong Bonanza and maybe Metroid Prime 4 if that ever actually
Right.
does come out. Because I don't give a fuck. I fucking hate Mario Kart. And everybody's already stopped playing Mario Kart World anyway.
Yeah, they got bored of it so quick. What's been really funny, since there's not really much on the Switch 2 at the moment, so they got bored of Mario Kart World so much that the Mario Kart World, quote-unquote, fans started getting mad at the Sonic game that's coming out this month. And then, then the Donkey Kong came out, which was great, apparently. But they beat that, and now they got nothing to play, and then they started getting mad about Cross World again. It's like, what? It's like, maybe, what? It's like, guys, calm down. The video game's over there. You can just not buy it if you don't want it. Just go away. Shoot.
I mean, if you're trying to argue that, like,
I get that you're bored. I get that you're bored because Switch 2 has like no fucking games on it. But come on.
I mean, if you're going to try and argue that like a Sonic racing game is stealing away type from a fucking Mario Kart, then that's just frankly insane.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
not.
Mario Kart is literally the fucking king of kart racers. Like, nothing else.
It doesn't matter.
In terms of like sales and popularity, it's like nothing comes close to that. Like, nobody people might like the Crash Team Racing or other or the Sonic racing games, but like they'll never hit the numbers of Mario Kart just because Mario Kart is
Mario.
Synonymous. Yeah.
It's Mario.
Yeah.
Like Mario is the biggest or second biggest, depending on its level versus Pokemon, a video game series. Period.
I'll be honest. The thing that will probably sell me the Switch too.
Even the shitty like RPG ones sell well because it's Mario.
Yeah.
Like the Mario movie, which I still need to watch. I could watch it and be like, man, this isn't that good, but it still did amazing because it's Mario. It's kind of like how the Minecraft movie is absolute dog shit. I got made to watch it. It wasn't my choice. And is the highest grossing video game movie, period, despite being absolute dog shit.
Yeah, because it got memed to death.
The movie is so painful to watch. It's not funny. It's agonizing. I felt every minute of that film, and I hate it so much. Worst movie I've seen this year, and I hope it stays that way. Because if I see something worse, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I guess just rewatch the Superman movie to make me feel better, probably. Because that's gonna be out on Blu-ray soon.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do? You could go and rewatch Lewis and Simon. That's the true Minecraft movie we deserve.
Which what? What? Wait, what?
You can rewatch Lewis and Simon.
Yeah, but that doesn't have an end.
I mean,
if we're never getting it.
Yeah. One day, maybe we'll get 48 or whatever number they left it on.
No.
But yeah, I do think the only game...
I do like when every now and then they joke about it, though. I do like that.
I mean, you've got to have a sense
of one of the people who's part of them was a fan of it back in... It's been going on so long that one of the girls who's with the company and like one of their personalities, she was like a fan of it back during the Israfel days, which is kind of funny.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, I think the main thing that would probably sell me a Switch 2 is Smash 6.
That's honestly probably if it had enough stuff, maybe. But the other issue too is because of game prices. It's another thing, and Nintendo does not like dropping down the prices of their games.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing, like, people were having the argument over, like, the 3 kart racers being, because there's also the Kirby Air Ride, being too expensive, which I do think is a fair argument to make, that, and also game prices have gotten insanely high. But the one difference I can say about the Sonic one versus Kirby and Mario is, next year, this time, it'll be on sale for, like, $30 at least $30. Where you will never see a drop for Mario Kart World. Kirby, question mark, but probably not.
I think the other benefit of Sonic is Sonic will have post-release support. Not like saying DLC specifically, although it probably like will.
Well, actually, there was an update for World where they got rid of people figured out a way to bypass the shitty fucking transition tracks that nobody wants to fucking drive. And don't worry, Nintendo saw that and decided to patch that way for you to escape the unfun.
But that's the thing, is that Sonic will have like post-release support of some variety, whether it is like full DLC or if it is just like balance updates or changes that are like much more positive. Whereas Nintendo's post-release support for either of its games will be like removing exploits or things like that, which is fine. There
probably will be DLC. I'm gonna bet you there's gonna be DLC.
Oh, I'm sure there will be
Probably
DLC
next
for...
year.
I'm sure there'll be DLC for Mario Kart World. I don't think there'll be anything for Kirby's Air Ride. I think that will release, and I'm gonna say it will flop, but I just don't see it ever like going. I think it will be like.
I think it'll be kind of lost in the sauce between the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Oh no, it's just. I feel like it just is unlikely that Kirby Air Ride will be this massive success.
I'm sure it'll do okay.
I'm sure it will be fine, but I don't even think it will have like the surprise hit of like Kirby and the Forgotten Kingdoms the other year.
No, that game was amazing.
Yeah. It was like both great and also like it sort of hit like it kind of hit everything. Like, you know, who didn't love like hearing the new rendition of DDD's theme?
Yeah. No, that definitely, I think that actually overtook my favorite Kirby game. Kind of like, honestly, to be fair, Mario Wonder did that, where it overtook Mario 3, which it was my favorite one forever. So they honestly, they had some pretty good hits then. Yeah, for me, I just can't really see myself a way to justify getting a Switch 2.
Like I said, for me, it's gonna be.
I mean, I could be wrong. This could change. Things can happen. But right now, as it is now, it's like, for me personally, I just don't have a reason.
Yeah, like I said, I'll wait for Smash 6.
Yeah, Smash 6. Who knows? I could change my tune when Smash 6 shows up, because I didn't really get a Switch until Smash showed up.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this now. Literally, the only reason I ever bought a Wii U was to play Smash 4 with friends.
I mean, yeah, the Wii was, Smash was the main reason I bought mine. Though I also was able to get the Wii U for cheap because the Wii U was such a fucking flop.
Yeah. And then, I forget if Smash was
to be fair though, my Switch was also a used one. I got kind of lucky on that.
Nice.
Because getting a used Switch at the time was pretty hard. Probably a lot easier now, considering the Switch 2. But, But yeah, I remember they had like one used console left, and I got it, and I'm 90% sure that it was one of the workers had it hidden for themselves, because when I went up to the counter and asked, the person who was behind the counter said no. Another person was working. It's like, wait a minute, no, I think I saw one in the back, and then she went back and got one. So I have a feeling the person at the register was hoping nobody would know about that one.
Damn.
So I might have been the catalyst to an argument later after I left that day.
You are an asshole. Anyway,
how am I an asshole? How am I an asshole? The credits still going. How am I an asshole?
Oh.
All I said was, "Do you have it?" And they said no, and then the other one said yes. I was not going to argue. If I got a no, I was gonna be like, "Oh, okay, thank you so much." Like, I would have just left. I wouldn't have caused a storm. I'm not one of those motherfuckers. If I'm told that you don't have something, I don't go check in the back. I go, oh, okay. And that's it.
Get in the sack.
Yeah, I don't do that shit. I hate that shit. I hate it when people do that and they tell people to go in the back and check. That's so annoying. So I refuse to do that, especially when it's something that I don't need, because it's a fucking video game console. It's not a necessity. And usually when I'm looking for something like that where I can't find it, it's not a necessity. So, you know, I don't care. Basically, as soon as these credits end, that's when we'll stop off. But I think we're getting towards the end, because now we're at, like, QA localization textures and shit. Yeah, there's the Unreal Engine. Yep, we're at the end. The Oodle Epic Game Tools. Special thanks. Alright, am I in the special thanks? Sometimes they put the player in those. They didn't thank us, fuckers! Thankless bastards!
Over, not till the fish jumps. It's over.
Wait, hold on. That's the wait. No, there's the Square Enix logo. Alright. I don't. It's black now. Everything's black. Oh, there it is. Chapter selection now unlocked.
Time to leave. Yeah, this is how you do your get things that you missed, or
Completion
do
stuff.
post game challenges. If you go back to the virtual reality arena in Shinra building, that has some post game super bosses.
Nice. You now have access to a portion of the story that revolves around a new character, Yuffie. I already know about that. Let me save the game. But yeah, no, this is really good, and I look forward to diving into Yuffie next week. That's gonna be I got a feeling that's gonna be fun too.
It's time to leave.
Yeah.